What's up everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing Ubuntu 20.04. Alright, so hardware wise, Ubuntu 20.04 works perfectly on my old Toshiba satellite laptop. It is from, I think, 2011. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and Intel Celeron B830 CPU clocked at 1.8 gigahertz, and Intel HD graphics 2000 series, and then a 350 gigabyte hard drive. So yeah, Ubuntu 20.04 works perfectly on that. That is actually pretty good considering it's almost 10 years old now in terms of hardware specifications, and it is a laptop, which that always means it's worse than a desktop. And due to the fact that I do not have screen recording software set up yet on that laptop, I will be doing most of this video in Oracle VirtualBox. Alright, so now let's get on to the review. Alright, so the thing that I like the most is the nice flicker-free boot. It's not necessarily completely flicker-free, but it is for the most part flicker-free on most types of hardware, most different hardware configurations, and also pretty much flicker-free on VirtualBox, which is pretty nice as well. Here is the new login screen. You can switch between Wayland and X11 down here in this little area. Switch to between normal Ubuntu and Ubuntu on Wayland. From what I have found out, Wayland seems a little bit snappier in the actual desktop portion with the animations and everything. It does seem to start up the desktop slower, at least on my laptop it does. So we're just going to go ahead and check out the normal Ubuntu on X11. Okay, so here we are on the desktop with the nice new wallpaper. It's got Firefox, Thunderbird, and all those applications here. There is something odd happening with the folders at the start. This happened with my laptop as well. It ended up fixing itself after a reboot, but this does not have folders sometimes for some reason. Not exactly sure on that. The new icons, which are new from Ubuntu 18.04, not new if you are coming from Ubuntu 19.10 and 19.04. The new icons are pretty nice. I do like them. They look a lot better, a little bit more rounded than Ubuntu 18.04, and also a little bit more uniform across the board in terms of the colors that are used. The new icons in the file manager are really nice. I actually really like them, although if you are using Ubuntu in dark mode, it is not very good. There's not very much contrast between the folder and the background, and it's sometimes hard to figure out what the folder is. But yeah, it is better in the normal light mode for Ubuntu. Speaking of dark mode, you can go into settings and then go into appearance, and you can switch between light, standard, and dark, which is pretty cool. Absolutely fantastic. I think they are all different versions of the Yaru theme, which that is pretty good, using the same theme all around for light and dark. I personally like the full-on light mode. The settings application in general does have a little bit of a different layout. There's an applications section where you can go in between them and change the different application settings, such as notifications and stuff like that. And then there's also a notification section, and you can go through some applications, and it does not seem to be all of them that you can go through for that, which I think is interesting. It's very odd. I wish they would just put all the notifications in one area. And then if you go up to the settings, small little settings-ish widget up here for like the power and the lock, if you lock it, there is a nice blur on your background and a cool animation in between the time and the actual account here, which is really nice looking. I really like that. And one thing that you'll notice if you're not downloading the minimal version of Ubuntu 20.04 is that the Amazon link that it comes up automatically in this bar once you install it is not there. I really didn't care that it was there. I actually kind of liked it a little bit, but they did decide to get rid of it, which a lot of people think that's pretty nice. It is kind of nice. One less junk application in the main install. So one interesting little change that I have seen is that the software and updates application has the sort of the same icon as the software updates application. It's just a little bit different. Kind of confused me at first. I was like, is this the software and updates? It is. Another cool thing that I really like about Ubuntu 20.04 is the folders that you can create yourself. Just like with normal versions of Ubuntu, you cannot necessarily change the organization of the applications on this screen. I really wish you could, but you currently cannot. But yeah, you can create folders, change the name of the folders, and it will sort by the alphabetical order of the name, just like it does with everything up here. And also another thing that really surprised me was how well it actually worked in Oracle VirtualBox. There have been a couple versions of Ubuntu that I used. I kind of forget what they were. I think it was Ubuntu 19.10 and 19.04. When they were released, they would not work with VirtualBox guest editions. And this works perfectly with VirtualBox guest editions. And sometimes it'll even recognize that VirtualBox guest editions is installed and load it up before it's even completely booted in. So the login screen will still be in the full resolution of your monitor if you have it on full screen. There's a little bit of a new UI design change in the software, the Ubuntu Software Center, and I think it is pretty cool. There's a little mind test game up here. I clicked on it to look at it. I don't know if I'm going to check it out or not. I might. It looks pretty cool. Clone of Minecraft there. Pretty nice. For some reason, the Ubuntu Software Center seems to prefer snaps more than anything like Flatpaks or anything like that. Ubuntu really seems to be going towards mainly snaps. It already was pretty hard to get Flatpaks installed. From what I have heard, it's even harder now. But I'm not completely sure about that. Haven't tried it yet. And yes, snaps, I don't really care. Snaps and Flatpak are pretty much the best in my opinion. They're both the best in my opinion. They are on par with each other in terms of performance. But yeah, I really don't care that they're using snaps over Flatpaks as long as I can still get the applications that I want. And for people who like to use extensions for GNOME, there is the extensions application that, from what I can tell, it downloads when you download GNOME tweaks. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if it does. Maybe it just for some reason popped up when I installed GNOME tweaks. I don't know, but it is pretty nice. It just does a little shortcut to the extensions area. Very nice, and I actually think that that is a good addition. There's a little do not disturb switch here. I have no clue if that's new or not. It might be, it might not. But yeah, I do like how this new area sort of works here, where you click power and it's almost a drop down. I like how that works quite a bit. Wired connected stuff, connection area, and then well, found a little glitch there. Wow, that's pretty funny. Oh, there we go. It's gone now. All right. Oh, I think it showed up here too. Oh yeah, it did. Oh wow, cool. It still installs with Thunderbird Mail for the main email client. It has Rhythmbox. Pretty much all of the applications seem to be the same or similar as they have been. Still has Shotwell, which in my experience is the best photo application thing if you have an iPhone. It works perfectly with iPhones as far as I remember. I don't know if there's been any changes. It seems to get updated pretty regularly, but it also sometimes stops working after an iPhone update. I don't know if that's due to something that Apple does or if that's due to what they're doing on their end. Alright everybody, hope you all liked this video. I think I covered most of the stuff that was new in Ubuntu 20.04, but yeah, I think it's a good upgrade from Ubuntu 18.04 if you're still using that, and definitely from Ubuntu 19.10 because it seems to be more stable even now, right after it is released. So yeah, highly recommend checking it out, and if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.